Hey everybody, welcome back to D-Zone. Hopefully not Deathmatch Zone like last time. So here we go. What do we have? HALLS.WAD. I wonder if... Oh geez, is this like Halls of Death? Because if it is, that's a deathmatch level. Halls of Hell? No, it's not. Okay. So this is by Doug Branch. Yeah, I do see single player, yes. So there we go. Miscellaneous author info. To try and satisfy my Doom addiction, I figured I would make a couple of new levels. Often these levels tend to be good for deathmatch. Well, we'll see. Let me know what you think via email. Description. You awake to find yourself in a strange building. It looks somewhat familiar, but you aren't sure. It looks like some kind of processing plant. Is this the end, or is it just the beginning? You could care less. So you open the door. Good to see the whole you could versus you couldn't care less thing is not a new mistake, I guess. But yeah, it's you couldn't care less. I mean, just think about it logically for a second. But anyway, whatever. Additional credits to playtesters: Sean Creed, Holly Patterson, Chris Colin, John Costello, Andy Gillespie, Dave C.A. Alright, play information. Episode and level, E1M1, single player, yes. Cooperative and deathmatch, yes, asterisk, yes, asterisk. Multiplayer tested over serial cable only, so 2-player. Deathmatch settings, no. Difficulty settings, yes. New sounds, graphics, music, and demos, no, 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 and none. Base, new level from scratch. Editing time, 25 hours. Playtesting time, 15 hours. So this should be a pretty polished experience, we'll see. Editors used, Do 5.21. Known bugs, nope. Other WADs by author. This author, well, that's formatted weird. Armory.WAD, which did I play that? That sounds familiar. No, it doesn't look like it. I might be confusing it with Arsenal. Yeah, I didn't play Armory. Okay. Anyway, author may not use this level as a base to build additional levels. This level design is copyright 1994 by Doug Branch. You may distribute this WAD, yada yada yada. Oop. How'd I go into visual mode? Oh well, whatever. It's Vim. I mean, whatever. Anyway, I would also like to thank Raphael Quinet and all those who worked with him for making Do 5.21 in previous versions. Without this great editor, this WAD file would not have been possible. If you don't have the latest version of Doom, you can get it via anonymous FTP. Oh, you don't see that very often nowadays. It's funny. Web browsers used to be serviceable FTP clients. Now I think they just remove the protocol altogether. Funny how that works. I would like to thank id Software for creating Doom. Without it, I would have far too much free time on my hands. Now if they could just figure out a way for me to get college credit for playing. Oh boy. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been in that boat. So anyway, for music, we have On Space Station from Gundam Wing Endless Duel by an unknown author. Probably came from Valiant. Seems to have a few of those. And intermission, we've got Sangi2.mid by Paul D. Alright, let's get started. Ah, yeah. There we go. This music really hits the spot. Sub-barrels, we actually have a decent kill count. Actually, some pretty decent lighting and visuals so far. Texture misalignment though, but tisk, tisk, tisk. But then again, ceiling height's different, so that's always a little bit messy to figure out. See, I like the glowing lights here. It's kind of a shame he didn't do the same thing for these other... Oh, hi there. For these other hallways. He has in 2 of them. Alright, well anyway, enemies woke up. Let's go ahead and get started. You know, it's funny, when he mentioned that, oh, this place feels familiar. I was like immediately expecting like, oh, is this going to be like an id Software homage or something? But nah, not so much. This is very mono-textured though. It's one definite criticism I can levy at it so far, but very good use of lighting, and I could definitely see like this is kind of what I'm, well, I don't know about these here necessarily, but yeah, like in terms of like deathmatch and stuff like this would be a pretty good place to hide out. And actually, this is one of those situations where if you had light amp goggles available in deathmatch, that would actually work out very, very nicely. Is that a secret? Huh, using texture variety. You don't see that too often. Actually, that's Wow, that had to have taken some actual time to do. There's a reason you didn't see this done too much outside of like modern WADs that have like that use Doom Builder. So you didn't have a 3D view in classic editors. So when you have textures like this, which I think it's like Star Gray, or is this a variant on Star Brown? I don't remember, but either way, you see how this kind of goes between brown to kind of like a bleached look and then back to brown. The author would have had to basically do this, like, this was done intentionally because he definitely put a star tan in the middle of that blends in with the brown. Yeah, that's a nice touch. Basically just want to point out moments like that because, like, it feels kind of, you know, a little bit ho-hum nowadays when we could just go into visual mode and line all that stuff up, and it's just, you know, quick bit of effort, but yeah, stuff like that actually took time, effort, and intent back in the day. It's not something that came necessarily easily. So, huge kudos to him for doing that. That's a really nice touch. Almost feels like this series leans on historical in some aspects, but I guess it's kind of the nature of the beast, right? Okay, there we go. Thankfully, some little bit of a break from the visual monotony. Ooh, good use of specters. I saw one up there. I don't know so much about these guys not being allowed to go past this line. That kind of hurts the pinkies and specter usage a little bit. Oh, where you are? There you are. Where you are? Oh, silhouettes. Very nice. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know. So far, this isn't bad. I mean, generally good use of textures. Like, when there is variety, I mean, like, this room's cool. It's a very nice door trim right there. It's kind of like... Okay. Playing around with angles a little bit there, because you can see it's kind of two-segment. You know, this guy did have some... kind of an interesting mapping style. You got that again. I mean, that is one of those things, like, just to kind of, you know, full disclosure, you could do that mathematically. Like, if you knew the offset to where this transitioned, it'd be fairly easy to drop that in, but still, it's a nice touch. You really don't see it very much on maps of this vintage, so, just doesn't feel right to not give the guy some kudos for it. Alright. Looks like we had maybe something here. Oh. Nope. Guess it opens up later. Right, so got the blue door that... Wait a minute, is there something... Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's this, but... It's an interesting notch in the ceiling there. But yeah, I have a feeling if... I'm not going to go ahead and just take a leap of faith on that path. I mean, maybe as a last-ditch sort of thing, but I have a feeling you have to do something else to raise that up. Probably something in here. I haven't really fully explored this yet. It's mostly been on a bit of a ramble, if you will. This side. Okay, that one activates. I think that is one advantage of actually having, like, instead of using this texture, which looks the same as that texture, so you can't activate that. I think it would have probably been maybe a little better off just using that semi-standard lift texture that Doom uses. Oh. Well, that was just sneaky. That was a fun trap. Okay. Well, back this way, I guess. I just want to get onto the platform, you bastard. Ooh, I don't really wish I had the chain gun. Just gotta bait the bites and step back, I guess. Yeah, chain gun would be really nice right now. But I do like the trap in the dark room, though. That was really cool. That's something that I would have expected to see more on, like, modern maps. Not so much something from this time period, you know? Would like some ammo, though. That's the main catch, I guess. I don't remember seeing any chain guns. But yeah, this is not the kind of weaponry that you should have to be doing this stuff with. I mean, the pistol is okay. It's okay to be stuck with that if you're dealing with, like, imps at the most. But this is just tedious. Unless I missed one. I don't know. That's a possibility. I also don't think I have a berserk. Alright, let's get this guy down first, because Lost Souls suck. Yep, definitely do not have berserk. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna go on a quick health run. Maybe see if there's more ammo that I missed. I don't think there is, though, because I think I would already have it. So, that's a... I mean, there's stuff over there, but... yeah. Again, I don't know if I can safely go over there. Nope, no ammo here. I mean, it's possible that it could be one of the 7 secrets that I haven't found yet. I don't think there's anything left in here either. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I don't like that. Pistols, like I said, pistols. Oh, I don't think this really needs to be said. The pistol's just too weak to rely on it this much. Like if it were a chain gun, yeah, like I'm getting a lot of bullets, but oh, thank goodness, 8 shells. Yay. Very sneaky. Very subtle. But yes, if I had the chain gun, it's like, yeah, it's the same bullets, but at the same time, it's also a lot faster. It has the possibility of actually stun locking dudes. Whereas the pistol just sucks. I mean, it's meant to be like the literal last resort ranged weapon. It's not meant to be relied upon, oh thank goodness. Which it is kind of a shame though, because like I really did enjoy the way that area was set up. But yeah, I don't know. I think if you fall down in that section, you should be given a chain gun. Just, I don't know. And again, we're kind of continuing on with the nice texture variations here. Well, hey, I won't complain about seeing those guys. It's free ammo. Mostly free ammo. You spend 1, you get 3. Or you get, I should say, you spend 1, you get 4. So, total increase of +3. Not too shabby. Oh, this area's weird. Okay, there we go. It's fine. We're fine. So I'm assuming that probably raised this little area. Well, let's grab this first. Probably raised the thing that was in here. It did not. Okay, that's actually kind of surprising. Maybe it lowered something in the red key area? Dunno. Seems like a negative. I mean, is that area even... Can you even go up there? Can't get that one wall to draw on the auto map, which is bugging me, but, oh well. Right, so anything else? Now that is one interesting thing, though. Is if you miss this area once, you can't go back to it, because that lift will raise up. Oh, okay. I see it now. That opens up this section. Okay. Yeah, it was that brief period of ammo starvation, but it lasted a bit too long. Like, I don't know. I tend to think of ammo starvation, like if you build your level around it and you're able to set expectations early on, it's not really a bad thing. It could be interesting, but I think that's the biggest problem is conveying it, because there's... How do you convey to the player that they're not going to be getting much ammo? Yep, that is actually the exit switch. So we have 7 whole secrets. This is going to be an adventure. But, I think probably the best way that I could think of is to just give them a berserk or a chainsaw right off the bat. Alright, we're going to try a leap of faith. If it doesn't work, just we're going to rewind. We're rewinding. Okay. So that's probably something that you have to get to in a secret. No, wait, that's just where the key card is. Unless it's at the end of this. I didn't try that. Looks like a no. And usually I discover at least one secret. This is a particularly bad showing. Okay, well, there we go. So, just go ahead and do an IDDST. Whoops. No. Fuck. For what it's... Oh, gosh. For what it's worth, I didn't really get a good look at it. Okay. So that gives us a little bit of a baseline to get started with. For all I know, these could be just the most obscure secrets ever. Like that. How was I supposed to know about that? Yeah, looking at it and there's no... that's not great. Well... Alright, cool. Well, I got that one. Which one's next? I guess... How exactly does this work? Well, I think I can kind of tell... What in the world? Why is that a... I don't get it. I can say with 100% honesty, I don't get it. I mean, I guess it'd be an okay escape for deathmatch, but boy, oh boy, that's a bizarre secret. Yeah, unfortunately, this author obviously put a lot of effort into their general aesthetics, but these are really mean secrets. Yeah, I mean, there's no way of knowing that they're here. There's no hint or anything. And I mean, I get they're supposed to be secrets, but you really should have something. I mean, you shouldn't have to... Yeah, okay, that would have been good to have earlier, but... Yeah, I mean... You know, we've evolved past Wolfenstein 3D by this point. In that game, I mean, even in that game, there were some tells. You know, I'm not going to say that there weren't, because, I mean, even just things like putting gibs in front of a random wall. Putting a, or even just like, I know one of the things that id tended to do a lot was make it just so that, like, if you had like blue brick and there was just a random swastika, then that would be the secret. But yeah, this is just a little bit too obscure. Especially considering there were... Well, especially considering the author clearly knew that... Yeah, like right there. It's in the middle of a dark section. Well, that would have been also good to have earlier. Huh. But yeah, like right in the middle of a dark section, there's just a random wall that leads to a secret. So yeah, that part's not great. But at the same time, I mean, I guess they're not mandatory. So it could be worse. Right, so, I guess let's go to this section here. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I did an early IDDST, because there's no way in hell I would have found any of this stuff. So, yep, it's from right there. Alright, I got this now. Yay! Got him. Another secret. We got 4 out of 7. I find it kind of funny how the only section I've seen with like texture misalignment was right here, and that was for a switch that was actually mandatory. Alright, so we got that one, which we need to figure out how to raise this first. Got that one. Number 5 is going to be the next one. So let's see. Tag, 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 tag. Those are the 4. Wait a minute. Oh goodness, that didn't even count as a secret. Hold on. I wonder if 4 leads to 5. I'm referring to the auto map markers, by the way. Yeah, because this area here did not count as a secret. Yep, right there. Okay. And that actually leads back here, interestingly enough. Okay. Okay, and then now we're up here. Interesting. But that doesn't really... I mean... I think one issue that I have with this is this all feels like stuff for deathmatch. But yet the secrets count towards single player. I mean, I think you can earn secrets in deathmatch as well, but... yeah, I don't know. And this one, I just have no clue. So we're just going to go ahead and do that for realsies. Oh, is it like that? Okay, now this one actually, there is actually a tell for this one. I think that's the only secret wall that actually has a visual distinction. Right, so now we're here. Okay, so do that, drop down here. This one also has a visual distinction. And chain gun, go figure. Okay, there we are. So that's all the secrets. Those are pretty gosh darn obscure, I gotta say. For the most part. Oh, there is an item I missed up there. Okay, let's grab that real quick. I was wondering where that last item was. Which, in case you're curious about those commands that I'm using to warp, I've mentioned IDDST, but that's for secrets. IDDKT will bring you to a missed kill. IDDIT, idiot, will bring you to a missed item. And it just moves the map marker. And then what I'm doing here... Actually, let me clear these real quick. So I go IDDIT. And then, like in this case, it moved the marker, and then I can hit M, and it'll mark that point. So, just in case you guys were wondering how I did that. So, there we go. My secrets. Oh, okay. You know, it's funny. I was just talking about the light amp goggles earlier. But yeah, kind of seems to me like a lot of the back rooms sort of stuff in this map would be a lot more useful for deathmatch, like, especially stuff like this. I mean, come on. That serves literally no purpose in single player. But yeah, it's just, I guess I'm confused as to why they're marked as secrets. So we're going to turn that off, because this map just looks... Aside from maybe the overuse of certain textures, which even then, I mean, they're broken up nicely enough, I guess. But yeah, this map actually looks really good for the time period. I mean, you got a lot of trims here. I'm just going to do a quick run around. Might as well. You got stuff like this, which, I mean, it's not a perfect match, but, you know, you can only do so much with stock Doom textures. Then we've got, like, stuff like this, where it's just more... Putting a little bit more effort into door trim than I think even a lot of modern mappers do. And this is all in just do, which was not exactly the most pleasant editor to use. I mean, it was good for the time, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to diminish it or anything, but, I mean, goodness knows how many hours of enjoyment I got out of it. But stuff like this, like making something that was even as visually rich as this room, would have taken a lot more effort. Like, you could probably knock this out in a couple minutes in Doom Builder, but just getting everything to look right, getting all the everything aligned properly, that was actually, like, that actually would have taken effort. Which, I promise one day I will get to it, but I do want to kind of show off the old level editor experience. It's gonna happen one day. Just gotta get my ducks in a row, as they say. I do like this little bit of cover. Chest high walls. It's not just a modern gaming thing. But anyway, switch. Cool. So that was actually pretty good, I gotta say. I think in some areas it kind of suffered in terms of gameplay. Like, I think the ammo starvation towards the, like in the first half of the map was a bit much. Just a bit much. Like, I think, I can understand, like, part of it, but I think if you drop down into that sewer section, yeah, I think the author should have probably threw you a bone. Because by that point you're probably pretty low on ammo. It just felt like I had to use the pistol for way too long of a stretch there, which, you know, again, it does raise up the tension when you are kind of forced into those low-level weapons. But it's just more about the length of time, I think. Hell, even if we got Berserk, I think that would have made things a lot better, because it still wouldn't have been exactly easy to face the Kako Demon, but it would have at least given you a weapon for dealing with all those pinkies and stuff. So that's really the main gripe I have about that. Outside of that, this map offered a very surprisingly polished experience. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the way the author did the secrets. Like, I think he could have made them a bit more distinct in terms of walls. Like, I mean, he obviously knows how to use, like, differing textures and blend it in to make it all look pretty cohesive. So I think he could have done a little bit better with that. And outside of that, like, some of those other random ones that were probably more for deathmatch, those are fine. I don't think they should have been tagged secrets, but I'm not opposed to them being there. But I think that's it for now. Overall, just a very solid map. I probably should give it a rating, though. You know, with this one, oh, geez. See, it's like, I think if it weren't for being stuck with the pistol for that length of time, I think this would have gotten a 10, but as it stands right now, I'm going to give it an... Oh, jeez. I don't really want to drop it that much. Because it's not like it was unplayable. Ah, jeez. Okay, you know what? Because I think that would be a real turnoff for a lot of people, having to pistol down that much stuff. Which, granted, I could have probably found other ways around that, but... Or if I would have noticed the switch earlier, that would have helped, but I don't think most people are going to, because you're under a lot of pressure at that point. Oh, this is a tough one, because I don't think it deserves to go as low as 9.5. I really don't. I usually try to stick with the 0.5s just because it makes it a lot easier. But with this one, you know, I'm just gonna give it a 10. We're gonna go with a 10 on this one, because I don't think that was really... Because I can't help but wonder if there was maybe something I could have done that would have made that less of an issue. I don't know. But I don't really feel right giving it less than that, because it's way too polished. The experience, like, most of the experience was just good enough that, yeah, I think it deserves it, in all honesty. I feel like I've given worse maps 10s, so, yeah, there we go. Thumbs up on this one. And I am kind of curious if you guys end up playing this one, if you manage to get around that bit of ammo starvation. Because, again, I'm not 100% sure if that was just my fault, or if it was just an issue with the map. But, yeah. Yeah, this one's going to be in the upper ranks, I think, for me. But I'm curious to see what you guys think, because I know that's a bit of a divisive topic when it comes to that. Like, I think me 2 years ago would have probably dropped it more, been a little bit more hard on it, but right now, yeah, I don't think it was really... It wasn't a deal breaker, we'll put it that way. I would have preferred to have other options, but yeah, it wasn't a deal breaker. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Been rambling a lot, so yeah, there we go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.